is the dean of Delco, a Marconi Award-winning
Yes, congratulations.
co-host and producer for the Preston and
It's a
Steve
really
Show.
big deal for people that don't know.
His name is Caseyboy. Casey.
Hey, wow. Yeah, the Marconi really went to Preston Elliott and Steve Morrison, but,
You're included in that. It's a really big deal.
I've worked with them for 27 years, so that was kind of cool.
But, I mean, I don't think anybody thinks of Preston and Steve without Casey.
Yeah.
And the entire crew, not just you, but you would be the riding shotgun with them.
It's the comment section that has really knocked me down a peg over these last couple of decades. So, for anybody who's thinking that, I want to be the host of the show or whatever, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to like Homer Simpson. I'm backing into,
go right back into
the hedges, but and you said this is going to be a reoccurring segment. Let's find out how this one goes first.
All right, so the name of the show is Delco or Delno,
which I was talking about earlier this morning off air, and we weren't sure if it should be Delco or Delkno.
Okay,
because I kept mispronouncing it, and that's what a great broadcaster I am.
Delkno, no, Delco or Delkno.
Let's leave it up.
O is the most important vowel,
right.
really. So however we say it, that's the most important part.
So here's the game.
All right.
I have 3 legitimate news stories.
Okay.
One of these stories happened in Delaware County, Pennsylvania.
All right.
The other 2 did not. You have to diagnose which one happened in Delco, and then we'll know the other 2 are Delno.
All right. So just a couple of parameters, and you don't have to answer this. But are these recent?
They could be recent, or they could not be
I think
recent.
it's probably the general vibe of the story is going to probably.
I have stayed away from the news quite a bit.
Okay,
I'm off Twitter altogether, so that was for the longest time that was my news source. And now, I don't.
Why are you off Twitter? Because you read your mentions
because
and
it was
people
his
are
news
mean?
source.
No.
And you fight with people?
So it first started with I thought maybe I was hacked. So then I exited out of the app, and then when I went to go back in, I didn't know what my password was, and it asked for 2-factor authentication. Through an authenticator app, and I couldn't figure it out because, and so I just said, you know what? I hated this place anyway. I'm like, Twitter is an absolute cesspool.
Right.
I won't call it X because it was Twitter. It's like my old school, growing up, I went to OLPH, and now it's like Our Lady of Angels. I'm like, I'm not calling it OLPH. I still call it Mac and Manco. I'm turning into an old man, and I'm embracing it. So Twitter was a cesspool to begin with, and I hated it anyway. And so I was like, I feel like I'm better off without it now. Here's another thing that I've stopped over the last couple of weeks.
Well, good for you.
Casey, I don't watch Philly sports anymore.
Yeah, we were talking. He's like, I'm not watching the Eagles this week. I can't do it anymore.
I didn't say it like that. It was more of a broken. It was like a broken heart.
I can't do it.
I can't. And my son was texting me last night about the Sixers game, and he's like, "Dad, you got to tune in." And I was like, "I can't do it." And then I saw, and then
they won.
But I looked at the third quarter, and I texted him. I go, that third quarter is the whole reason why I can't watch anymore. I live and die with each possession, and I can't do that to my soul anymore. I still follow. I went for a hike on Sunday. I still followed what was going on with the Eagles game. I saw that they had a really decent lead.
And thought, how's this going to end?
And it almost, listen, they won. So
I thought as you get older, you're supposed to care less, not more. About that. You care more, not less.
What's wrong with me?
A lot.
Casey, what should they do with Kevin Patullo?
Listen.
No, this is another Patullo guy. Yes.
And so that's another reason. I don't want to be out there calling for people's jobs. People want me fired. I have mouths that I need to feed.
All right. Yeah. You understand the game.
I do.
Here it is.
Is it Delco?
Go Bird. Going to watch the Eagles game.
Did you get a hoagie yet?
So I was passed out and I woke up.
Don't mind the Notre Dame shirt.
Or Delno?
Nope.
All right, story number 1. And by the way, Amy's also playing this. Great. And Ray's playing it as well.
Oh,
all right.
Okay, this makes it more fun.
As the non-Delco folk.
Correct. And he's Ray's from northwestern Montgomery County, where I live.
My dad's from Delco, so I got a little Delco blood.
Well, my wife's from Delco. You know that.
Yeah. Ray, I always thought you were from the Northeast.
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Way up there.
You learned stuff.
Why? What are you saying?
You saying
he's trashy? What's the problem?
It's a Northeast vibe.
Oh, no. There's like a kinship between Delco and the Northeast.
Oh, yeah,
at least
that's
in my
very
mind.
similar, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just the kinship you felt with.
Yeah, I guess it's got to be the Wildwood Crest kinship, though. But all right, so story.
A man working as an Uber driver kept his rented vehicle running for 3 weeks after he stopped making payments on it, knowing the SUV would not restart if he turned the engine off. Elijah Austin Mills arrested and charged with grand theft of a motor vehicle and driving with a suspended license. There you go. So he kept driving the Uber.
But he never turned it off.
He never turned it off because he turned it off. The rental company would be able to remotely control it. He wouldn't be able to turn it back on.
That's pretty smart.
I would never think of that.
All right, so we're guessing at the end of the 3 stories, right?
Correct. That is story number 1.
Okay, all right.
Story number 2. An argument over a parking spot turned violent, ending with one man being bear sprayed and another shot at. Police say 33-year-old Darren Floyd pulled into a block with his silver Honda Accord. The victim got into an argument with Floyd over how he parked. Police said our victim was unhappy with the way the defendant parked, that he didn't park close enough to the next car. He initially left, but when he came back, the victim used bear spray, and Floyd started firing the gun at him, missing, but hitting cars nearby.
Okay. All right. So,
Story number 2.
All right.
Bear spray bullets.
Bear spray.
Story number 3. A line cook at a popular restaurant was arrested, this is this past Tuesday. He faces charges of theft of trade secrets after being caught on surveillance cameras taking 3 cookbooks from the restaurant. They contain exclusive recipes and reportedly plan to use these recipes at another restaurant. The theft of trade secrets is a 2nd or 3rd degree felony.
Is it really?
According to this news story.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I guess
Secret recipe. Well, the Colonel's recipe, I think, is also
right. I mean, people, they reverse engineer these things.
Right.
I can make Chick-fil-A chicken at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Secret
and you
sauce
can.
and all,
I've tried.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like you're trying to throw me off with the story here.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Story number 1 is the Uber driver that didn't turn the rented car off because then he wouldn't be able to turn it back on, and he was using it to be an Uber driver.
Yeah, so he rented the car and he was an Uber rental car. That's unusual. Crafty.
Number 2, the bear spray parking dispute where then there were shots that were fired. Or 3, the line cook stealing the recipes and the cookbooks.
I almost feel like you're trying to throw me off with this bear spray one. Like, why would anybody in Delco be carrying around bear spray? Right? It's not. We had the Delco bear, a couple of years ago, but that's not very. That's not very often. I feel like you're throwing me you're trying to throw me off here. I'm trying to throw Amy off here.
I'm gonna ask you last. We're gonna start with Ray Dunn. Ray, 2 stories are Delno, 1 story is Delco.
I'm going with the line cook being Delco.
Line cook stealing the cookbooks.
Yes.
All right, Amy.
Yeah, I think I'm with Casey. I think that I started thinking 2 was definitely my choice, and then I heard the line cook, but I'm going to go with my first instinct, and I'm going to go with bear spray.
Bear spray shots fired. The Delco story. Caseyboy?
Yeah.
It's up to you. This game is for you. This is your game show.
Well, this is, and I who hates a tie, right? So I'm going to make sure somebody wins here because my initial reaction was the Uber thing was too smart of a move for a Delco guy, but also I think it's just crafty enough. So I'm going Uber driver.
So in the future, we're going to just have you guys write down your numbers.
Yeah, I literally put my numbers.
Yeah.
All right.
Just in case we needed to do that.
The story that happened in Delco was bear spray shots fired.
Yeah, see, Casey and I knew that.
Yes.
Casey and I knew that. But as soon as I was like, I feel like he's trying to throw us off. Like, that would be like some Yahoo in, like, Schuylkill County.
Right?
But no.
I would have thought that the fight over the parking would give it away in Delco.
No, see, that would have been South Philly.
Well, no. That's a Delco
here,
thing.
And here's what you're like. So you're saying fighting over parking, and my initial reaction was like, "Oh, this happened at Marple Crossroads, right outside the Walmart, because that parking lot is." Can you give me a location? Do you know where that happened? If you can Google that,
it was Drexel Hill.
Oh, okay. So Drexel Line Shopping Center is.
So no. This happened on a residential block. So think about it.
Okay.
So
that gave a South Philly vibe to me.
There's
the cone situation.
Depending on where you are in Delaware County. There's not driveways in Drexel Hill or Upper Darby, other places.
Yes.
Might have been Upper Darby. It was Upper Darby, Drexel Hill. I'll have to look at it.
But even still, why would somebody in Upper Darby have bear spray? Unless they
I don't know that.
And did you know that, and I just found this out because my brother lived in New Hampshire for a year, bear spray is a one-shot deal. Once you shoot it,
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
So my brother, he bought...
So if it doesn't work... The bear's still there, and now he's angry.
He's pissed.
And now he's angry at you.
That
That is terrifying.
Yeah. So make sure that that your crosshairs are in sight when you use your bear spray.
Well, Amy wins.
I won 0 prizes.
By the way, you win too because that's what you would have said, and I'm
You
not.
would've said it,
You
yeah.
win as well.
You were gonna say it.
Ray loses, but I'm not surprised.
It felt too obvious. It really did. It felt like that was what was going to happen at Delco.
You thought the bear spray was too obvious?
Well, the other ones, I was like, maybe.
No,
Like
the
pepper
trick-
spray would be, I feel like, too obvious.
or like hairspray,
who-
like
yeah,
they had
no.
something in their car.
What was the first
You know
one
what I
again?
mean? It was the Uber guy.
Yeah.
Uber guy.
Yeah.
But I could totally see that being a Delco.
Where did
story.
that one happen?
So that happened in Florida. Surprise.
Florida Man.
It happened in Florida. It actually was. I found that story on Florida Man Reddit. You're correct.
Oh, Florida Man.
And the other one happened. So one happened in Polk County, Florida, and then the other one happened in Miami, the cookbook.
Oh, well, I
in,
can see
in
that.
suburban Miami.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out like what restaurant that might have been.
A
Some kind of
a
fancy.
Venezuelan
Oh.
steakhouse.
Oh.
Oh, so it wasn't like a chain.
Is that like one of those, like, is Venezuelan steakhouses like the one that go all around?
I don't know
You know what I mean?
if it's the
Or just
Like
like,
a Brazilian
just a
steakhouse?
yeah,
general?
the Brazilian steakhouse.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm
No.
saying. I didn't know if it was the same vibe.
It was appetizer steaks and then some type of a Venezuelan dish.
They
that
just stole all the recipes.
just took the cookbooks. Said, all right, I'm out of here. Well, there you go.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, that-
Am I going to make it back?
Absolutely.
Do I-
That's a great segment.
round 2?
yeah, you were yes, you were the.
Okay.
I'm trying to. It's like remember Hollywood Squares.
Yes.
You would
Oh,
have,
who was the guy that was always...
Yeah, Jim J. Bullock.
Oh, Jim
Shadow. So you
Bullock.
had the squares that were always there. Joan
Yeah.
Rivers for a while was there.
Jim J. Bullock was
So that's
always
you.
there.
By the way, who was
Gilbert
the one
Gottfried.
who created the intro for that? Because I know what that
Matt Manerick.
So I looked
Manera?
out.
Yeah.
Because
looked
the
out, I was like,
one
Matt, well
clip
done.
from that, I know exactly what that's from. When the dude was like, I don't know, man, I just kind of like passed out when I woke up. That's when 95 exploded, when the tanker blew up underneath the bridge on 95.
right.
And they interviewed the guy. He's like, I don't know, man, I was passed out,
No,
and then
and
when
I
I
woke-
woke up,
It blew up. I remember that clip.
I know that clip.
I was passed out. That's exactly what it was.
And then our own Mike Vito. He
Yes.
knows the guy that did the one thing where he said about the Notre Dame. What does he say?
Sorry
at
about the
end?
Notre Dame sweatshirt.
Sorry about the Notre Dame sweatshirt.
So I feel like I've called myself the unofficial mayor of Delaware County, but I've done a couple of events in Delco with Vito, and he's like
He's the mayor?
Yeah, dude, he's like the attorney, the attorney general or the lieutenant governor of Delaware County because that dude knows everybody. So Vito, shout out to you, bro.
Well, you just did an event, and he was like, "Oh, I'm doing the event tonight with Caseyboy." And
Yeah.
and you could tell he loved going out there and doing
Well, I
it.
do these things with. In fact, I'm doing another one tonight. I'll be at. Not in Delco. I'll be in Westchester at Ryan's Pub from 7 to 9 tonight. So if you
Nice.
can come out and say hi and give me crap for not winning this, that losing to Amy Fadul. You know I'm pretty competitive. I'm,
No, well,
You
we
did
said-
win. You sniffed it out.
You
Yeah,
wanted
you sniffed it out.
Like, soon
Shut
as we looked
up.
at each other, I was like, it's 2.
All
It's
right,
2.
Caseyboy, everybody. Caseyboy,
all right.
there it is. Delco or Delno? Coming up, an update on the gambling story. We have more audio from the press conference. Wild
Wild
stuff.
story.
Yeah, that's coming up. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.